Welcome to this Rider Pilates relaxation session. I strongly believe that the ability to relax in the saddle is just as important as being strong, balanced, symmetrical and stable in the saddle. If we are not relaxed, we are tense, and therefore we are transmitting tension to the horse and we are blocking the movement of our own bodies and that of our horses. It's also really hard to work on relaxation specifically in the saddle. So working on it out of the saddle and then transferring those tactics that you've been practicing into the saddle is, as far as I'm concerned, the best way to go about it. And that's what we're going to be doing right now. So get yourself sat comfortably. If you can't sit cross-legged, sit frog's legs, legs straight, on a cushion, whatever you need to do. Make sure that you've got equal weight down through your seat bones and that your spine is elastic with your head floating on the top. And I'd like you to start just by thinking about your breathing. Making sure that you can do a couple of really nice deep breaths right into the base of your lungs. Remember, your lungs are kind of triangular, so they're pointy at the top-ish, wider at the bottom, slightly different on the left because of your heart. And you want to make sure that you're filling your lungs right down to their base. If you're only breathing to the top, you're only getting fraction of the air in that you could if you're breathing down to the bottom. You don't want to be doing great big deep breaths all the time because you'll end up just lightheaded and dizzy, but you want to make sure that you're using the maximum air capacity space that you've got. And remember that your horse will really pick up on your breathing. If you're holding your breath, your horse will feel it. If you're holding your breath, you're not going to be moving as well, you're going to be bracing. So that ability, as soon as there's any tension, to tap into your relaxed breathing down to the base of your lungs, absolutely key. And at times it can be a real game changer if tension for you and or your horse is an issue. Then I'd like you to roll your shoulders up, back and down. Again, this is a really good one, particularly so if you're waiting to be called into the ring at a competition. This is a really good one to do. Just make sure you haven't started to get fixed because you're a bit nervous, a bit anxious. Loosen off. Then bring one arm up and across, put your hand above the elbow and give yourself a gentle stretch. And then we'll do the same thing the other side. You'll feel it probably different on each side, and every single person I speak to I think feels it somewhere slightly different. There is no right or wrong with that one. Okay, put one hand onto the floor beside you and take the other arm over your head for a gentle stretch and back. Try to keep your seat bones down if you can, because that will increase the lengthening on that side. And then again, a nice big stretch, so you can go a little bit further this time. And we'll do one more. If you can get your elbow almost down onto the floor but still keeping your shoulder blades down, even better, but we're all different and some of you will, some of you won't. Let's do the same the other way, so gentle stretch, keeping the seat bones down. And again, see if you can go a little bit further. And then we're going to do one more. But again, see if you can get your elbow a little bit closer to the floor, still with your seat bones down, if you can. Okay, we're going to go down into lying on your side. I'm going to start with the open arm exercise. So have your knees bent to wherever feels comfortable, arms out in front. And we're taking your top hand up and out behind. Look at your hand as you go. And then see if you can skim your hand over the floor as you come back. Then we're going to go into the reverse. So you skim your hand over the floor and then come back over the top. So you're kind of doing a circle, if you like, keeping your knees pressed together and pressed into the floor. And that way your pelvis stays still and you're just moving through your spine. And do that one more time. Although, of course, if you just find it very relaxing and comfortable to stay with your hand behind you, you can, of course, just do that. Okay, then we're going to turn onto your back. Bring your feet a little bit closer to your bottom than you think you need them, because we're going to do a few of these shoulder bridge. Before you start, bring your pelvic floor onto floor 3. Then roll your pelvis back so you imprint into the floor, and then you're peeling up each vertebra one at a time until you get to the top. Make sure you can do some relaxed breathing at the top. And then come back down, imprinting at the bottom, and then to neutral. Pelvic floor, imprint, and peel up. Relaxed breathing at the top and come back down. And I'd like you to think about the quality of what you're doing with this. So you're peeling each vertebra up one at a time like a string of pearls or a bicycle chain. Relaxed breathing and then laying each one back down again. Just allow yourself to go with the flow. It's a lovely flowing movement to do. We'll do one more. Okay, then I'd like you to bring your feet and knees together, pop your arms out to the side, and you're going to take your knees over to one side, back up the top and then the other side as well. Again with this one, if you want to just hold that position and gently stretch and lengthen, that's fine. Otherwise, again, just go with the movement, just feel the movement flowing as you go from side to side. You can make the movement bigger by looking over the opposite shoulder, but you don't have to do that. You just want to go with the flow of the movement. Allow your body just to freely move without thinking too much about anything difficult. Okay, then you're going to bring your knees up towards your chest. Now everyone's different, so just hug your knees wherever feels comfortable. And then gently just rock from side to side. I'm on a not particularly level floor, so it's a little bit awkward. Try not to roll over sideways completely. If you're on a nice flat floor, you should again find that you can just go with the flow of the rock. Move gently from side to side and just try to allow everything to relax and soften through the movement. Okay, then bring your feet back down, hug them wherever feels comfortable, and let your hands rest into the floor, into your mat. If you want to close your eyes, that's absolutely fine. And once again, focus on your breathing. Being aware that your ribs are expanding as you take a breath in. You may even feel them moving across your mat or across the floor. Think about the floor underneath your feet and underneath your hands. And just allowing everything to feel relaxed and soft in that position so there's no tightness. And that's a feeling you want to have. Again, it's a good time if you're waiting to go into the ring, or if you're just doing a free walk on a long rein in the middle of a schooling session. That's what you want to feel through your hands and feet. They're just there, they're soft. And your breathing is very relaxed. Okay, then we're going to turn onto the side that you've not yet been on. You don't need to look at me if you just want to turn over and not turn to face me. And we're going to do your open arms once again. So knees bent, arms out in front, and take that top hand up and out behind. Look at your hand and then skim the floor above your head as you come back over. Then into the reverse, skim the floor, look at your hand and come back over. Try to keep your knees pressed into the floor as you do it. And of course, if you want to just stay into that open position, allow yourself to stretch, then by all means do so. But again, I just want you to think of that nice flowing movement. Just feel the freedom of your body as you gently flow through the movement. We're going to finish with this last one. And then slowly bring yourselves back up into sitting. And again, sit however feels most comfortable for you. just take a moment to make sure your seat bone pressure is equal. You're not feeling dizzy. And you're breathing nice and regularly and softly. And bring your hands together, turn them over and push forwards. And then reach up. Look up at your hands as you lengthen through your sides. And bring your hands back down. You've probably got two sides, not just one. And again, reach forwards and up to lengthen. And come back down. I'm going to do one more. Forwards and reach up. And then bring your hands back down. And allow yourself to relax through your shoulders, relax through your neck, and feel that your head is just lightly floating upwards. And we are going to finish there. I hope you found that a really enjoyable session, and I hope that you can take away some of those relaxation principles with the breathing, the softness, the flowing movement, and really transfer that into the next time you ride your horse. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you haven't already done so, do subscribe, spread the word, share these videos far and wide, look after yourselves, and I'll see you very soon.